Hey YouTube, this is Dr. Kush here. I'm going to talk to you about the black market side of things with these fake carts that's going on. You can't technically call them fake, you can't technically call them brand name. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it today with you and let you know the truth behind fake brands out here that you can expect to see when dealing with the illicit black market side of the industry that we love, which is the pot industry. So just be prepared to learn something regarding the fake carts. If you haven't or you don't know about the fake carts, you really can't call them fake because it's more of the illicit side of the black market within the industry of legal side of things, which is the actual dispensary or pot shops you can go to within the certain states for the medicinal or recreational use. It's just made by a different way compared to someone making it homemade, and then just selling it, because it depends what it's cut with or what they might have mixed it with. But I mean, with the pot shops and the dispensaries and the growers, I mean, it's a little bit more safer. But then it's not, because they use chemicals as well. I mean, unless it's all organic, then that's a whole nother subject. But these dank vapes, I mean, brass knuckles, maybe even some stizzies out there. I mean, it's numerous things. Like, I know they make like the fake pack devices, like the Pax 2, the Pax 3. They even got the knockoff Pax Air. So I mean, it's a lot of this fake smoke material going around now. I mean, a lot of people walk around smoking mids thinking it's some top shelf. So they smoking fake. So I mean, it all depends. I mean, how you view it. I mean, because it is good. When you can't afford the dispensary prices. Because I go buy timeless vapes. They still $100, $90 a fucking full gram. So it's like it's more consistent, and the process of how it was made compared to if you're getting one of these knockoff or black market vapes. It's a little different, but overall, I mean, it's still about the same. It's just with the consistency of knowing specifically from A to B where it came from, compared to not knowing where it came from and how it was made. That's the difference. But I mean, it's being made within hopefully the same process, which is using the plant material to get the substance that we love into the actual vape pens. So we're going to let you know the truth of what's going on out here in the streets of America with the illicit black market, and then as well with the legal industry, which is big corporation. Hey YouTube, this is Dr. Kush, going to go ahead and talk a little bit today with you about the illicit black market, dank vapes, exotic carts, the Mario carts. I mean, essentially all of the carts on the black market today, and what makes them different from when you go actually purchase from the dispensary. So, whereas when you purchase dispensary carts, they're a little bit more costly compared to the illicit black market. When you purchase any name brand dispensary cart that's top of the line, it's going to run you for 4 gram about $100, compared to the illicit black market for a top shelf, maybe some good quality, homemade, of course, mom and pop stuff. Might run you like $50 a gram to even $30 a 4 gram. I mean, depending on where you are and what state you are in. So what really sets these two apart is just the market, because you really cannot call carts fake, because at the end of the day, it's all made out of some type of plant material, which is the extract that we love vaping. Um, so I mean, it's not really fake. It's more homemade, I would say, compared to store bought. So just like you make some homemade cookies from scratch compared to going to go buy some uh, the little doughboy cookies, store bought, already packaged and everything. You don't gotta do nothing but throw them in the oven and eat them compared to making them yourself. I mean, 'cause that's what a lot of people out here are passing off as, these black market carts because they have a chef and they out here cooking it, that resin as far as, the CO2, the BOH, which is, the butane, using dab machines, they pressing it, and, they use all of that extract to make these carts. So, I mean, they're not fake, but they're not 100% legit. Like when you go to the dispensary and then where it came from, the so-called farms or whatever, but I mean, it's all the same. I mean, you're not watching it yourself being made, but it's more trusted when you buy from a dispensary because they say they're not using no harmful chemicals. I mean, you can buy organic, so I mean, you can buy, vegan options at the dispensary when you smoke. It's all like what you make of it. I mean, I would say because when you think about it, I mean, there's two type of products out here. You got store bought and you got homemade. I mean, that's all of these fake carts are, just a bunch of homemade carts by people that's just getting into the market. I mean, because I know there's a bunch of, growers and people over in these legal states that's trying to get in, but big corporations aren't letting them in. So they have to come, I mean, again, do, what people always do, like, undermine and cut out, big farm or big corporations. So, I mean, like, I mean, that's what sets the difference from these carts compared to, a store bought dispensary cart. And another thing is, the strands. Like you don't know which specific strand you're smoking when you smoke these fake carts, compared to testing of the dispensary. I would say because it's been more legit with you as far as it's really giving you what you're requesting as far as dealing with the black market side of things where stuff is just being pumped out, not just for, the illicit black market, but essentially the younger kids as well to get them all into the hype. Because if you look at everything comes with some type of off-brand product. Even if it is from a big corporation, they make the knockoff sometimes themselves. So I mean, essentially, that's what you're seeing within the pot industry now, which is a lot of people within the industry that's not in the big leagues. I mean, they have, undermined and got their way in with making these fake carts. I mean, they're still getting their money, so you can't knock their hustle because, I mean, they're providing a service to people who can't or don't have access to medication like we do specifically within legal or medical states. So, I mean, you got to look at it from another perspective because, I mean, it's not fake because what you're getting is 100% THC substance. Now, it might not be the purity or the actual quality or whatever the fuck it says on the package as far as, the made up shit you see. But I mean, you smoke it, I mean, it gets you high. It's a decent high, but with all carts, even the original or whatever you want to call them, the brand name carts you get from the dispensary, it's like, how should I say, all synthetic still. I mean, smoking any cart, I mean, it gives you that synthetic ass high. I mean, or it boosts the high that you get from when you smoke flower. I mean, that's the only thing I really use it for, or smoking, when you can't, roll up smoke that good flower. Other than that, I mean, I'm not tripping on the quality of the carts, because people walking around smoking mid grade weed like it's some top shelf, like when it's just some new day Reggie. Honestly, if you ask me, from my smoking experiences of being a long term fucking weed smoker. So I mean, like, you can't say that certain carts and certain things are fake. You can't say, even within the legal side, because they producing some bullshit carts anyways. I mean, as far as things, because I mean they're producing huff. I mean, everybody's producing huff and then passing it off like it's some exotic, or it's some top of the line plant material, but I mean it's not. It's really garbage. I mean, you only have like a few people walking around with exotics, as far as with real cartridges that's made out of 100% top shelf premium buds. And then you got people producing Huff cartridges. You got people producing you know decent cartridges. Like, you got packs. I mean, that's a brand name cart on the market today. I mean, their cart for the air is just like Huff, but with the technology that they have put in it, makes it one of the innovators within today's time, as far as within the vape game. Now, I mean, you got these off-brand carts and these off-brand batteries and stuff. I mean, it's all the same, because some of these companies, I mean, that make these products, I mean, you don't think that they were expecting people to copy them so they can use what they made for their own benefit. I mean, if you look at it, these people within the market today, it's like everybody's trying to get in on the gold rush. It don't matter what it is. I mean, especially within the vape industry nowadays. I mean, you got these knockoff carts, and it's like, everybody's making them. If not, people are going over to these legal states, buying the material, and then, making them, and then selling them within their local towns and states, and then ordering them. Um, but it's just like, it's hard to get the brand name dispensary stuff, I would say, because it's a little bit more costly, and if you don't have the money to consistently buy this stuff, because excuse me, like buying 2 grams of premium top shelf timeless carts compared to going on the streets or the black market and then buying like 4, maybe 5, if you can catch somebody, maybe 6 fucking black market, and you're going to choose quantity over quality, because that's what most people look for. They're not looking for quality. So when you talk dispensaries, sometimes, I mean, you're speaking quality depending on where you are, and if it's recreational, or if it's medicinal, as far as actual, um, just CBD only. So I mean, you're speaking quality. You're speaking another language when you talk pot etiquette within the vape actual game, or the vape fucking community, because it's like it's no difference, honestly. It's just you choose, like I said, quality over quantity when you're choosing the dispensary versus the illicit black market side of the industry. So I mean, it's like you want more for whatever budget you have, or you can go ahead and just go out hundreds of dollars, get some decent shit from the dispensary, as far as what they have to offer within the brands of the vape pens. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's all the same. I mean, I'm not going to shove out money for vapes. It's not my thing. Even though I love vaping, I mean, I have numerous vapes, dry vapes. I have wax carts, pens. I mean, whatever. I mean, I've smoked it fucking probably all. So I can say I'm still flower. Over everything, I'm just still flower. Um, but with these illicit carts, I mean, you might find some good ones, that's made with some really good plant material, that gives you that high you look for when you're looking for vape pens. Or, you might find some bullshit ones that's watered down. I mean, depends on who's made them, but most people claim, stuff is from California, but it's really a select few California brands that's really on the market today, just like over in Denver, over in Oregon, Washington, and now like over in Maine and stuff. Because most of these pot companies, are starting to get bought out by the big corporations. So I mean, you're about to see a whole shift within, I would say, the weed industry, and it's all going to be manufactured down to a few name brands. Um, I would say shortly in the future. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. As far as, my predicament, for sure you're only going to see Pacific brands last. That's really top of the line when you speak the legit side of the business compared to not, and you're focusing on the illicit black market side. Now, when you're speaking of the illicit black market side, I'm not saying they don't have, quality, because, that's rare. And when we're talking reality, years not common to come by when you're looking for decent pot. So I mean, even when buying decent vape pens from the black market, I mean, it's hard to come by because it's a gamble, unless you know somebody that's making them, and then you know how it's been made, and the how should I say the strength of it, as far as the dosage, how it was made and how much wax was put in it. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's the black market. You're expecting quality versus quantity. I mean, so I mean, when you're dealing with the black market, you think quantity, and when you deal with the legal side of things, when dealing with the vape industry, you think quality. I mean, that's all you can look for. I mean, when dealing with these knockoff carts, don't be afraid, to ask if you can
The
try it
brand
on the
says the
spot.
THC vape
Because most of
cartridge operation
these
was being run out
fucking
of a
vapes and
house in
shit, they
Haddon
come
Lane
like,
in a condo in Bristol. Then
already
says they
open,
seized THC products with a
because
street
they
value
box them
of
themselves and stuff.
$1.5
They're
million.
it's like
The focus was on
a
making money.
homemade
Sheriff
business
Ben
basically. So basically, these dealers, they have a homemade business producing these carts. So I mean, maybe on a later video, I might get to actual stuff and show you how these dealers will make these carts when dealing with the illicit black market side of things within the industry. More into depth with that, I would say. Um, if I do the video,
Health
actually
police
showing
are
you guys
facing multiple
how they will
charges
make
for
and
illegal
then
drug
produce these
violations.
carts.
That's
Now
just the
keep in
tip of the
mind,
iceberg
it's
in this operation.
Search
again
warrants
quantity
searched at
over
the residences
quality.
last
So
week
I'm pretty
led
sure they
investigators to
get a
find more
decent
than
amount of plant
31,000
material,
illegal
and they
THC
put it
vape
together,
cartridges,
and
almost
they make
100,000
like some kind
unfilled
of
cartridges,
sauce,
and dozens of mason jars
and
filled with
they put it
THC
in these
oil
pens, and then
imported from
they just produce them,
California.
They
and
then
they
take a
sell them.
syringe and they
So I
inject it
mean, it's
into the
not
cartridges.
The
bad
sheriff says
money. I
they
mean, you
also
cannot
found
knock their
guns,
hustle,
marijuana buds,
because it's
cocaine,
like,
pills, and
they are tailoring to a crowd that nobody else wants to, because of the whole legal issues we have within the pot community with all of these non-medical and then legal states where it is still legal to possess, and then in some states you can just smoke it freely. and it's fine. But it causes a rift within the pot community because you still have these black market dealers still catering to a select group of people. So I mean, it's not all bad, I would say, as far as dealing with the illicit side of things, because people have been dealing with it since the beginning of the pot industry, because due to all of the history within the pot culture. I mean, who else we were going to depend on? Because these dispensaries just started popping up within the United States like a couple of years ago. I mean, so you got to look at it. Now, keep in mind, it's been legal for recreational purpose over in California since like 1990 something. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's starting to become mainstream now. So, I mean, people are still depending on black market dealers to do their job compared to dispensaries, because not everybody, is able to go into the dispensary, just walk in there and purchase, some decent carts. So you can't knock it, because people have been going through the black market for years, getting their goods, their medicines, their essentials when it comes to the weed. So it's like, I don't know, it's all what you make it. That's what I say at the end of the day. So there's no shame in it. I mean, if you do smoke, black market carts, so it's like, do you? As far as whatever you smoke, because you can't always, when dealing with the black market, find what you want specifically, because most of the stuff is labeled incorrectly anyways. So I mean, if you find something good, I mean, stick with it, buy more of it if you can. Um, Compared to the pot, you can find it in the dispensary, because you can always go back and you get that specific strand, get that specific brand, um, and get those specific, pot accessories you found. I mean, it's whatever you're looking for essentially within the dispensary shops. So, I mean, compared to the black market, it's a selective selection that you actually have to deal with when dealing with black market dealers. Um, so, I mean, that being said, I mean, enjoy your black market carts. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it smokes. It smokes. I mean, you can't be mad. I mean, what the fuck? So it's like, enjoy it, get fucking high, shit, and wait for weed to become legal in your fucking city to know what the fuck I'm talking about. And if it is, if it's medical, recreational, drop a fucking comment. Let me know what you think on this topic. I put together another video on this topic, but actually show you perhaps, how these carts are made if you're interested in that. Um, Other than that, thanks for watching, like, subscribe. Um, and yeah, smoke weed every day. I mean, what else is there to say?